been a practitioner now for what, going on about 15 years now, if you started in 2008.
Mhm.
So what are the things that you have found have fuel you the most in doing this? Obviously you're still doing it, so there's something you're getting something out of it.
Yeah, I am getting something out of it. I think what fuels me are the patients, and they they're what drive the direction that I go. Meaning, for whatever reason, life has a sense of humor. I'm not sure, but they if one person comes, multiple people come with the same thing. And so I find I have to learn and dive deeper into certain areas than others. Also, my own personal journey. There's an archetype called the wounded healer, and I would say in the past I've been that, and I'd like to think I'm coming out on the other side of it. And what that means is we've walked our own health journey. And, I mentioned earlier some of my earlier childhood things that occurred, but even as an adult, I lived in a home with mold in the early two, like I guess 2010 to 2013. And mold is it's in every home, just about. It really depends on a number of factors, how much of it, and how long it's been there. And then about 25% of the population is sensitive to mold. They have a genetic mutation that makes it harder to break it down. And my health really suffered when I lived in that home. And I had a lot of inflammation, and the chronic headaches came back, and a number of things that had been gone for almost a decade. And so I had the opportunity to learn a lot about mold. And we moved out of that home, and I got better. And then my husband went through an illness, or I guess he had surgeries where he couldn't walk for, I guess, a total of 8 months. And during that time, I had my own practice. And so I was working and helping him and getting to him to where he needed to be. And that took a toll on my health. I was just working really long hours. And in 2016, I ended up diagnosed with Lyme disease. So I had another opportunity to learn a lot about something that I hadn't really focused on. So all of those experiences also shaped what I'm good at, because I've walked that path. And a number of people who have Lyme disease will find me because they've heard from a friend that I helped them. And a lot of times they've been through the traditional protocols and the antibiotics, and they're not better. And so I find that with adding homeopathics and supplements and some other therapies that we have at the clinic, that they're able to actually heal and restore their quality of life.